And welcome back to the Angry Buddha Official. I am your host, Justin Kendrick. Okay, so his video is up before mine. I just made a post. If you're following, at least if they're the people that are following me, you saw, if you did see in the community post, I said I was going to be reviewing Wilson's of Sharrow's Blond up next. And Simon just popped up with a video. Not that it matters. It doesn't matter who reviews what first. There's not a rule book. And I don't think it's like tacky or, whatever. But what I'm getting at is I just want people to know I had already planned to do this review. And I don't have, not as many people will see my video as they will his. So it is what it is on that. But I guess that's not what I meant. What I meant was, is that like, I'm just saying that it's just coincidental that we both are reviewing this. So you beat me to it, you old geezer. No, I'm just kidding, Simon. I don't think you're an old geezer. I'm just kidding. But still, you got me. You beat me to it. And your description says exactly what I was going to say. Wilson's of Sharrow, Blonde. This is an awesome snuff. Yes, I've tapped into it, and that's how I knew I was going to review it. Wasn't what I expected. I expected it to maybe be a toast, because I don't ever see any toasted Wilson's of Sharrow. I don't do enough digging. I just kind of like look at it, and then like, I kind of read a little bit of the reviews, but sometimes those aren't correct. And I don't think I paid too much attention to this one. Maybe I did. But it was anyways, I was thinking maybe, I couldn't remember. I was thinking maybe it was like a plain, or maybe it was like a Wilson's of Sharrow toast, which is probably just Irish 22, or one of the Irish toast. What is it? It's been so long. Irish 22. I want to say I've actually never had that. It's always been on the list, and I just never gotten around to it. I don't know. I think there was like a 20, 21, a 20, a 21, and a 22 or something way back in the day. I don't know if there's any more. Anyway, I would want the one that was just toasty, not bergamot, personally. I think there's like 3 different kinds back in the day. I don't know. Anyway, beautiful. It's a little bit more rustic brown, darker, a little bit more darker brown than this on camera. Outside of the tin, almost like a butterscotch. It's almost a little buttery. It's a little buttery, but a buttery, creamy vanilla. With refreshing tobacco. Subtle. And it's not too sweet either. Let's take a pinch. Moist. Moist is, it's fresh like this, man. It's very moist. Not moist as the Robusta Rapé, but still very moist. It sticks to my finger. I can feel it if I press down in it. I'm actually turning it more into like a clay-like substance than a powdery one, which is great. And I love that. That just means freshness to me. How all snuff should be, really. Maybe even some toast. I don't know. Maybe I take that back. I don't know. Anyway, thinking out loud here. Anyways, so grind is fine. Kind of the typical Wilson's of Sharrow grind for their. I feel like they kind of only go. I could be wrong, but from what I've experienced, but I only ever go for super fine grinds, or like coarse ones like rapés. So it's kind of just like either fine or, so I don't really know if I don't think I've ever had really any of their like medium grinds, if they have any. So beautiful base flower, refreshing tobacco, just kind of all around, but it's in the background there. And then when you sniff it, and let's take a sniff, let's take a pinchy. Oh, medium burn. Nice. Definitely, I'd say like a medium nicotine. If you do enough, you still get a nice amount. It's not super strong, but I'd say about medium Nic. And then in the nose, it's just this creamy vanilla, and it's not too sweet to where it's like overpowering. It's just enough to where it's sweet. It's like if you had like a sweet tooth, you could use that. Or you could, you know, with coffee. I mean, it's really good with coffee. It's kind of subtle. But not too subtle where it's not enough. You're getting more of that scent, but it's mixed just right. It's blended just right with the tobacco that it kind of overpowers the refreshing tobacco scent. But it's still there. It's just in the background. But man, it's just a really beautiful scent. It's very nice. I don't know if you would call this a traditional, you know, old school snuff, but it has that feel to it where it's just really nice, and it's not too much either. It's not overpowering, and it's really nice. I mean, with tea or coffee, I think that this is definitely a great snuff. Totally a beginner snuff. You could easily use this. You would hope to do a snuff like this for your first time, because this is very easy. The burn will get you, but it won't be like too much, and really easy to take, and you can cram it in your nose. It's not too dry, it's moist, so really easy to stick in there. You don't have to sniff as hard as I'm sniffing. Maybe still kind of light pinches, but it's definitely a fine grind, so be careful. Cheers. KBS by Founders. Imperial Stout, aged in bourbon barrels. 12% ABV. Alcohol volume is 12%. So you only need like 2 of them. Anyway. Chocolate and coffee are the notes of this beer. So with that vanilla and the snuff, it's really creamy. It's almost kind of milky, but not milky in the sense of like malt. Like it's not malt, but it kind of has this leche, kind of has a leche, kind of scent to it. That's that creme de la creme. Oh, it's awesome. It's really good and easy to take. You can just take a bunch of it. Like, I mean, unless you're not used to nicotine, this is fantastic. I mean, it's medium. It's not too much, but you can just boom, 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 boom. I've kind of lowered my tolerance again, so like heavy snuffs like Rusticas are kind of hitting me pretty heavy. I'm not really quite where I can just go vroom, 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 vroom with the Rusticas like I used to in past videos. Unfortunately, I wish I could still do that. I'm getting there. I'm getting back to it where I can cram more. But this, you can easily just like pack it in. Hear the nose, one of those nostrils getting a little blocked. So what we're gonna do is almost kind of like a vanilla cookie, but not too much. I remember I did a Toke vanilla. That was too much vanilla for me, personally. This is subtle vanilla cream. This is a vanilla cream you're adding with your coffee, and it's delicious. But no coffee. There's no coffee scent to it. Anyways, I hope you like this review. I give it a 10 out of 10. It's definitely a beginner snuff, and it's a fine grind. It's moist. It has a subtle refreshing tobacco scent in the background, and it has vanilla creamy vanilla, kind of all in the mix. But it's subtle, but not too subtle to where you can't smell it, and you're just smelling the tobacco, and it's too plain. It's just the right amount for it to be nice and sweet, but not overly sweet. And it doesn't come off as artificial. So Wilson's of Sharrow Blond. You know where to go. Look it up online. You're already online, so look it up. And if you're 18 or 21 and up, you're allowed to be here. And if you're not, then get the hell out of here, because I can't have you on here. YouTube's crazy. Anyways, I love y'all. I hope you are okay. Hope you are safe. Hope you enjoyed this review. Please leave a like and a comment, and please subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll be back with more. Cheers. Cheers, Simon. Shout out. Peace.